In the ancient world, power rarely came from the sword alone. It came from the cup, and for one king every meal could be his last. He ruled a volatile empire along the Black Sea, surrounded by rivals, traitors, and Rome itself. His name was Mithridates VI, and he was obsessed with one question: can a man train his body to survive poison? Mithridates was born into a royal court soaked in intrigue. His father, King Mithridates V, was assassinated, most likely poisoned at a banquet. Soon after, the young prince's own mother seized power and reportedly tried to eliminate him. He fled into the wilderness, and according to ancient historians, that's where his experiments began, not with swords, with toxins. Classical sources, especially accounts summarized by Roman writers, describe Mithridates ingesting minute doses of poisons daily: arsenic compounds, hemlock, aconite, venom extracts. The goal was gradual tolerance. Today, toxicologists call this concept Mithridatism, the acquired resistance to a toxin through controlled exposure. But was it real? Modern pharmacology suggests partial plausibility. Some toxins, especially plant alkaloids and venoms, can trigger metabolic adaptation, liver enzyme upregulation, detoxification pathway expansion, antibody formation against certain venoms. Historical descriptions of Mithridates' antidote, the Mithridatum *, list dozens of botanical ingredients, resins, roots, spices, and opiates. Later Roman physicians attempted to replicate it. In laboratory reconstructions, similar polyherbal mixtures show mild anticholinergic effects, analgesia, potential competitive binding at toxin receptors. Not universal immunity, but measurable mitigation. The most striking evidence for Mithridates' self-immunization appears at the end of his life. In 63 BCE, after defeat by Rome, the king attempted suicide by poison, the traditional royal exit. Ancient accounts report the poison failed. Instead, he had to order a guard to kill him by sword. Roman historians interpreted this as proof. Years of controlled exposure had made him resistant. Modern toxicology offers a cautious reading. Chronic low-dose arsenic exposure can induce tolerance to acute ingestion. Repeated venom exposure can create partial neutralizing antibodies, and many plant toxins lose potency when degraded or mixed. The scenario is plausible. Mithridates' experiments changed medicine in two lasting ways. First, the idea of prophylactic antidotes, preventive toxicology. Second, compound antidote formulas used for centuries in Europe and the Middle East. Even in Renaissance pharmacies, Mithridate remained a standard preparation, a direct lineage from a paranoid king's survival strategy. Mithridates lived in a world where poison was politics. His response was radical: transform vulnerability into adaptation. Was he truly immune? Almost certainly not. But the historical record and modern toxicology agree on something remarkable. He may have been the first human to deliberately train his physiology against lethal chemicals. A king who turned fear into experiment, and his own body into a laboratory.